Hopefully it's now working. Anyways, let me start over. Hello my friends and perhaps even gamers, welcome to stream. It's sorry it took me a hot second. I was getting hot chocolate. As one does. But yes, as the title implies, I have been wanting to make art for the last couple of days. But the art I've been doing hasn't been working. So we're gonna do some pixel art, because it's been a little while since I did some pixel art, and I'm hoping that it'll get my brain to work with me. I do have to clean off my desk. But you know, when do I not have to do that? The question being, of course, what do we want to make pixel art of? It doesn't have to be a GIF, but it could be a GIF. There's also every possibility. Actually, never mind. No, there's not. I was gonna say maybe I'll like work on my fucking Fear Striker cosplay on stream, but I don't need y'all looking at me for that long. I'm a PNG tuber for many reasons, and one of them is I do not like being perceived on camera for extended periods of time. Smith and Smith cat. Ooh, that is very good. I'm pretty sure my fucking wheel just gave out from under me, so we'll do that in a second. I also won't lie. I have been listening to more Adventure Zone in the meantime. Actually, I know I just said that I don't like being on camera, but please look at, I like to watch a large cat with one inch Smith. Oh, that's true. Sorry. Why is none of my technology working? Devices. That's what you mean. Yeah, apparently so. The problem is my camera is connected to the USB on the back of my computer. That's my microphone connecting and disconnecting. So I guess we don't get to see me today because I kind of don't feel like crawling down. Look at it. Maybe I will. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I'm going to. Because I gotta move to get my fucking wheel under control anyways. What an auspicious start to stream, I guess. I don't know which one goes to my camera. Oh no, that is my camera. So why are you being mean to me? Pretend that's not there. I'm too close to the camera, so we're gonna... Something about that worked. Now I gotta put the wheel back in my chair. Did you? There you go. Oh no, my mic didn't go out again. I just stopped talking. Okay. I have to have kind of a possibly unexpectedly high, like gate, so to speak, on my, oh my, anyways, because otherwise, you can hear the sounds of my computer. What I was gonna show you was this. I have bent my fidget toy into a little spiral. That was all I wanted to show you. I also... yeah. Also, hey, speaking of, commissions, I don't know if I've talked about this here, but there is a very, very high possibility that I will be moving to Portland in January. In the service of that move, I'm going to go to Portland in December to spend a couple of days in the house while I will be moving, to make sure that, like, I actually want to be there. Plane tickets are expensive. So if you like the work I do, you could pay me to do it. And I'll do it. And then you'll have paid me. If you want. Honestly, you can also just donate to me through that link, and if you just donate to me, I might draw you something anyways. So, do with that information what you will. In the meantime, finally, I'm gonna do some fucking pixel art. So, I will admit, I have been listening to Taz Balance still, so I'm very much in like a weird crisscrossed mood between Taz Balance and TFR. And I don't entirely know what to do. Sorry, my pen needs to be plugged in really quick. So while I think, and maybe take a sip of this hot chocolate, that will sit on the charger. I swear this pen acts, every time I plug it in, it acts like it never needed to be charged in the first place. Oh, also, please look at this mug of hot chocolate. It's fucking huge. Oh, that's hot. That's really hot. I can't drink out of it. It's too hot. So it's just thinking time. So I have a little 500 by 500 pixel grid here for us to use today. Also, I won't lie, I was talking to Helios for a lot of the morning, so got Haplark helping with dinner. Fair enough. Which always puts me in a pixel art mood, so. I wonder if I can find any of my Taz art. if I like go far enough back in the timeline. Oh no, pull for initiative art! Oh no, I'll cry! Dutch is here. I don't know if you can hear him. Or if you could hear him. He talks in his sleep. Ooh, this isn't balanced, but it is art of mine. I have a fanfic called The Other Monster Hunters for the second season of Adventure Zone, which is Taz Amnesty. I never ended up finishing it for various reasons. But this was my OC talking to, this is the Mothman. He just looks like that. It's Taco. Some more Amnesty. We're getting closer because I'm seeing Amnesty art. Oh my god. Actually, this is my art. Why haven't I just showing this off? I could just show this off on stream. I'll keep it like that. This is Indrid, who's the Mothman. This is actually, this image he's holding right here. So it's based off of a screenshot from the Unraveled video about the Castlevania monsters. Okay. But this specific image of Mothman is actually from a project I made for calculus, in which I explained derivatives via the Mothman. Oh, this is what I did FemFlash February. Oh my god. Or actually opening that up to look at that a little bit. It's me, Chilesbian. True. Oh my god. I'm just gonna be okay. So this is back. Oh fuck! This had to be. This is 4 years ago. It was like a director's cut meme. And my friend Jack, Literal Literature, fantastic. I love Jack. Asked me to do one for this fic I wrote called Wise Men Say, which is about Hurley and Sloane. Holy shit! It was only 2,000, 3,000. Holy shit! I love it. Yeah, I love them. Oh, so there's also someone else. Headbuds asked for one for poetry. So Wise Men Say is a fanfic I wrote about Hurley and Sloane. That is about a love confession. Between the two of them, and I did a director's cut on it. And then poetry is about Hurley and Sloane reading Hurley's favorite book together, which happens to be a collection of poetry. Chris Deltarune! Oh, this is some fan art for a fic of mine I never finished. There's an earlier Janice draft. There's a bunch of fake stuff. There's a painting. I did that painting. This is just a little doodle page. I drew all of these doodles entirely while working at McDonald's. Like while on the clock at McDonald's. Here's a little more Sloan art. I love Sloan. Kyria! Look at her! Oh god, my ability to draw figures has come a long way. Taco and Kravitz. That's just a mountain. That's Aubrey. Oh my god, I was afraid to swim until you pulled me under. This was such a good one. Another Hurley and Sloan fic. I was in a Discord server dedicated entirely to, Hurley and Sloan. It wasn't the only Taz server I joined, but it was the first one I joined. Holy shit. This is some of my first Rifdale art! It's Christian TFR drinking himself to death in an alleyway. Oh, this is some fic. This is art. This is actually a sequel. This is the original piece of art. This is to a little piece of Adventure Zone fanfic that I wrote about modern AU, where Taco accidentally confesses his love. Because if y'all don't know this about me by now, that I adore confessional fics. I don't know what to tell you. I love confessions. There's Magnus. There's Hurley and Sloan. Also, if you're wondering why I draw Sloan's ears like that, Sloan is a half-elf woman, and in my head, I give all the different types of elves different ears, and so Sloan is half wood elf, I believe. That's Lupin Lucretia! That's Kravitz again! This is Taco! I love doing this thing. I think I've talked about it before. I love drawing characters as small as possible and trying to see how much it takes for them to be recognizable. So like in real life, I'd do drawings that were about this level of detail, that were about the size of a quarter. Oh, there's this. This is also art for a fic, but I can't show you the full fic. This one's about Taco having a panic attack. There's Taco! There's Hurley and Sloan, but they got Booba out, so we're scrolling by. There's some stuff. There's some more stuff. That's some OC stuff. That's some original stuff. Our One Forever! I wrote so many Hurley and Sloan fics, y'all. This should not be surprising. There's some stuff. Oh yeah! Kravitz woke up in a particularly comfortable chair, which, under most circumstances, would be wonderful, but usually people didn't wake up after a beheading, and they especially did not wake up from beheadings in a comfortable chair. Yet here he was, post-execution. It's from an AU I never end up really going anywhere with. That's a painting of a rat. That's some original, that's some thick art. There's Taco and Loop. This one is legitimately still so cute. This is Loop and Barry, because I think Barry Blue Jeans is a short king, and they're kissing. This is probably one of the biggest pieces I ever really did, especially by hand, because it was all colored pencils, as you can probably tell. And it's got like a full background to it. And, oh god, I'm still really happy with that, actually. This was, oh my god, this is so fucking funny. So I have a convention this weekend, right? I remember drawing this at that convention in the year fucking 2017, because I'm pretty sure that was the year that I was by myself for a lot of it. Kyria again! There she is! There's Taco. This is Taco, that's Loop. His shirt says, "My boyfriend is hotter than you," and he's dead. Oh yeah, this is when I first started doing like the style of art where I draw the lines like as like it's like the colored line art. That's Hurley and Sloan making out in a car. I used to post whips and shit. That's wild. There's Loop and Lucretia. Yeah. Loop! Loop! Hair's distorted! I love the caption just me randomly, man, remember the dude? Because true, I do just randomly remember the dude. There's Merle and Davenport, our gay dads. There are gay dads. Oh yeah, you can kind of see these as more of like these really tiny art, like you can tell, just very small. Lucretia in a shirt that says Shrimp Heaven Now. I do own a Shrimp Heaven Now shirt. Gravitz! I think we're slowly approaching the beginning of... Oh, this is the first ever piece of Taz art I drew. And it was Fisher, the big jellyfish. This is Taco. I don't know why he got posted first. This may not be in chronological order. I'm not sure. Look at this little group photo. Everybody hanging out, going on a picnic. It's a shirt I wore. That's the apiary. I was gonna animate. And then I didn't. Yeah, the twins. This never got finished. Oh shit. Art direction. Aprica, fuck you! That was for a fic of mine. Oh wow, I used to post a lot of whips, didn't I? Wild. There's Hurley and Sloan again. I wish you could watch my fucking, speed paints, but they have copyrighted music in them. I don't know what that means. Oh, never mind, I do. But it's fine. There's Link. That's where Breath of the Wild came out, I think. I think we have officially entered the pre-Taz era. Oh my god, this! Okay. So, this is before Breath of the Wild. In Skyward Sword, there were guardians in a specific section of the game. And as a joke, I said this in a group chat long since abandoned. That was, now you've heard of Guardians, now get ready for Guardians with guns! And then Breath of the Wild came out, and I felt, extremely, robbed. Yeah, we're in this TV-verse era. I kind of... We're not going to read all of Moments because, yeah, it was like 13,000 words. But this was entirely just Feb/February Taz fics. And I love them, Your Honor. I kind of want to subject y'all to some of my her loan fics. Yeah, fuck it. I'm reading you some of my Herloan fics. Let's do... I'm not gonna do Our One Forever, because Our One Forever is cute, but I like these two better. So this is Wise Men Say, which I quoted the song, which is from... I have to hear with all the hand that I can hear still going to yeah over your own heart. Good. As you should. I am genuinely going to read Wise Men Say, and I was afraid to swim until you pulled me under, though, because fuck, why not, bitch? I don't know. Yeah, the title was from Can't Help Falling in Love, but a very specific, I linked a specific version. I think it was possibly this one? Yeah, like that lady's particular version. But if Sloane gets hurt, Hurley brings her home, and everyone needs a little help getting through the night. I love them, Your Honor. Okay. Chapter 1. Deep breaths. She had to take deep breaths. Hurley curled up with her knees to her chest, peering out from under her ram skull mask with the mattress on the floor across the room from her. She had to keep calm, for Sloane's sake. The cleric at Sloane's side stood up, brushing off his knees. She'll be just fine, he assured Hurley with a smile. A little rest and salve on the stomach wound every morning, and she'll be up and racing before you know it. Hurley stood, swaying on her feet. Her own wounds were acting up a little, but she had to check on Sloane, and she could heal herself later. She stumbled over to where Sloane was, sitting down and looking over her. She trusted the cleric, yes, but something in her was telling her over and over to check herself and make sure. Watch over her until she was okay again. She felt like she should have something... She felt like she should have been questioning it, but disregarded the thought. She took Sloane's hands in her own. It was just slightly too cold, even for her. The cleric frowned as he watched Hurley try to adjust her sitting position to be comfortable. You need medical attention as well, he said. No, it's fine, Hurley insisted, not looking up at him. I don't have the money to pay you for both of us. I'll do it. Nonsense. I will not charge extra, the cleric says. I am not short on gold after these races. I have no need to ask of you more than you can give. He put a hand on Hurley's head before she could protest. Divine magic poured over her and eased the pain that had been gathering behind her eyes and the base of her spine. She slumped with a sigh of relief. I put this gold for Sloane in a pouch over by the door, she said, still holding Sloane's hand. Thank you. I wish her a quick recovery. The sound of the coin pouch jingle and the click of the side door to the garage signaled his departure. The lights weren't on, so Hurley found them blanketed in the shadow of early evening, the setting sun casting a glow over the floor to the opposite side of the room. She wished there was silence, but she could hear her own struggling breaths and Sloane's mellowed ones as clear as the roar of the battle wagon. Sloane rolled onto her side and curled into a ball with a soft sigh, not dislodging her hand from Hurley's. Hurley couldn't shake the feeling that this was her fault. It had only been her fourth race, but winning the previous two had left her cocky. She remembered Sloane warning her not to get too excited through a teasing grin and hip check, her taunting screams at another wagon, the glint of a spear sailing through the air in her stupid attempt to dodge. Sloane swearing at the top of her lungs as a spear tore across her and sliced a thick line into her stomach. Hurley's weak attempts to heal that hardly did fucking anything. Hurley bit back the feelings. She couldn't get overwhelmed when Sloane needed her. She had to get somewhere to rest, somewhere better than the mattress they used to take quick naps while staying in the garage for extended periods of time. She needed to get Sloane to an actual bed. She didn't know where Sloane's apartment was, or even if she lived in her own place at all. Shit. Take her in, whispered the dying officer voice in her head. She won't even know. She'll be safe, and this will all be over. No, Hurley slapped at herself, shaking her head. I can't do that to her. She stood before the voice could come back and pulled off her mask. It landed with a soft clunk in her box of spares. Sloane's mask was off shortly after, set more gently atop her own pile. Standing in the middle of the garage, Hurley looked out the window and tried to figure out the best way to get Sloane to her own apartment. It was her only choice, really. Sloane needed rest. Hurley couldn't leave her alone in the garage, and Hurley needed to get home. She couldn't carry Sloane the whole way, but the rolling cart for transporting larger pieces of the battle wagons could probably fit a sleeping half-elf. It fit the mattress before, that was how they got into the garage in the first place. Hurley pulled it out from under the wagon and pushed it to Sloane's side. Maneuvering the mattress onto the cart took longer and involved more of moving Sloane than Hurley would have liked, but she got it done and nudged it out the door before locking everything up. She threw a tarp over the cart, tucking it under the edges for security as best as she could without revealing the outline of Sloane. That would look very, very bad. They rolled through the back roads to Hurley's apartment, sandy footsteps and the creak of the cart slowly blending into the never-quite-ending buzz of the city proper. A few times Hurley stopped when Sloane seemed to stir, but whatever magic the clarion had used kept her fast asleep. Hurley parked the cart in the bushes behind the building and used the tarp to wrap Sloane in a more easily carried bundle. A rope hung up the back of the building, trailing up to Hurley's window just as she'd left it. No one else came around to this side. She lived just close enough to the rich sector that her neighbors didn't like to come back and mess around in the earthy garden that had sprung up behind the building in fear of getting wet or dirty. Perfect for someone regularly slipping out to go work on a pretty illegal battle wagon. Once she secured Sloane to her back as best as she could, Hurley scaled the wall with practiced ease. The window creaked open just enough to pull both of them inside of her living room. Hurley made a beeline for the bedroom. She untied Sloane and set her on the bed with a blanket and a few of her pillows, suddenly painfully aware of how much smaller she was compared to Sloane, which normally she spared little thought to. Her full-size bed always felt far, far too big for her, especially in comparison to the rest of the apartment, which was more of a tight squeeze for a human. But Sloane fit on it with just enough room that someone Hurley's size could curl right up next to her and sleep comfortably. Which was a strange way to think about that, but Hurley pretended the thought hadn't come and left the room. She wrote a note to Sloane explaining what happened, and set it on the bedside table in her line of sight to make sure she didn't freak out. She could sleep on the couch, she figured, as the exhaustion started to set in. Wouldn't be the first time. Her footsteps grew slower as she trekked across the apartment and never made it to the couch, instead fell her to her knees and passed out in the middle of the living room. She woke up to someone's hand on her shoulder and a voice asking, "Hurley?" It made her heart do a little flip, but Hurley's sleep-addled brain couldn't place it until she turned and opened her eyes. The glow of fairy fire outside cast a glow over Sloane's face, wrinkled in concern, and red-ringed eyes highlighted in the golden glow. Her ears were turned down to where her shoulders stuck straight back. The glow surrounded her head and made her look otherworldly. She was half drow, Hurley remembered. Absolutely beautiful. Wait, what? Hurley, what are you doing on the floor? Sloane asked. Fall asleep? Hurley mumbled. On the floor? You have a couch. I'm really tired. Sloane sighed, brushed her hair behind her ear. Come on, you need to get into bed. No, it's fine. Hurley was interrupted by Sloane scooping her up bridal style and walking toward the bedroom. She set Hurley on the bed. Hurley righted herself so she was sitting up, and for a moment they just stared at each other. Sloane crossed her arms, face stern. Go to sleep, she said. Or I don't know. Just go to sleep. Still dazed, even sitting up, Hurley was swaying on the bed, struggling to find any words to counter. Sloane's arms dropped, face losing its anger. She sat on the bed across from Hurley, legs crossed. I'll wait here until you do, she said. They sat in silence. Hurley's brain started to fall asleep, eyes fluttering. She lurched forward. Her last snatch of consciousness let her feel herself fall into something warm and get moved to her side. And then she was gone. For context, Hurley is a halfling. Sloane is a half-elf. She's not actually canonically half-drow. I made that part up. Hurley's head was in her lap. Shit. Sloane hadn't been expecting that. She wanted Hurley to sleep, yes, because Hurley had run herself literally and figuratively into the ground. Her original plan had just been to sit there until Hurley actually fell asleep. Now she had Hurley partially cradled in her lap, and somehow she turned her on her side before she'd fallen completely asleep, so of course Hurley was sleeping like a rock. She was trapped both by Hurley's head and by the warm, buzzing feeling in her chest that intensified each time she stole a glance at Hurley's sleeping face. Her fingers combed through her short carrot curls and fluffed them up like she'd done it 1,000 times. Thoughts drifted through, all centering around the snoring halfling in her lap and the kindness that drove her to bring Sloane somewhere safe to rest. She looked so peaceful. She snored just a little, and took a hold of Sloane's shirt when she slid into her reach, holding onto the head like a lifeline. Sloane chuckled, teasing the edge of her hair into the air with a smile on her face. She felt the sensation of a pour rise in her chest and then fall when something occurred to her. This wasn't supposed to happen. Her thoughts turned to panic. She knew what was happening, and it wasn't supposed to go this way. Hurley was a cop. The cop. The one hunting Sloane every free on-the-clock moment she had to bring the notorious thief the Raven to justice. Fuck, they hardly ever saw each other outside of the garage, races, or those brief moments in chases where Hurley would get far too close for Sloane's comfort. Those had been so rare lately. She almost missed the thrill of being so close to being caught. She was the cop hunting Sloane, and she could have probably taken her to prison that night, but she hadn't. She cared enough about Sloane to take her to a proper bed and pass out on the floor, and the stab of fear stilled Sloane's fingers in Hurley's hair. She pulled her hands away to wipe the tears starting to trickle down her face. Sloane wasn't supposed to like Hurley like this. On the track, sure, Hurley was the best partner she'd ever had. A certain amount of respect was necessary for working together. In the garage, maybe, working a project naturally brings people closer. Off the track, she wasn't supposed to feel a familiar, but not too familiar, bubble of comfort nestling in her chest while sitting on Hurley's bed with her head in her lap as she slept. The Raven could love the Ram, but she had no need for such attachments. Sloane could not fall in love with Hurley, but she so desperately craved the feeling. But Sloane did fall in love. She knew once she left the apartment, she'd count the days until she could see Hurley. The tears kept coming. This was going to kill her. She was going to keep falling in love with Hurley. Hurley would find out. She'd leave Sloane for your own good, and Sloane's newly repaired heart would shatter on the floor. She'd done it again. Just like before, she cried silent tears, ears at her shoulders, and hands wet. Sloane? Her voice was weak as if Hurley was still mostly asleep. Sloane's hand shot away from her face. Hurley was looking up at her with half-lidded eyes and a tiny frown. She reached up and brushed the side of Sloane's face, mumbling, "You're crying." Sloane wiped her face. "Don't worry about it," she said. "Go to sleep. Back to sleep." "But you're crying." "It's nothing, Hurley." Hurley pushed herself up on one arm and kissed the bottom of Sloane's jaw before falling asleep on her shoulder. Okay. The tears still trickled down her face, but her racing mind was silenced, full of only a whisper. Had that actually just happened? She could feel the ghost of the kiss on her jaw, and her snoring was much closer to her. It was much closer to her ear. Her lap was warm, full of sleeping halfling. The kiss hadn't even been on the lips, but her heart still raced. She wrapped her arms around Hurley and nestled her face in her hair. She was in too deep. This wasn't supposed to happen, but hell if Sloane was going to let her go now that it had. Hurley tightened her grip on Sloane in her sleep, mumbling incoherently. She shushed her and kissed her forehead. Was she having a nightmare? Sloane hoped she wasn't. Hurley didn't deserve to be haunted by nightmares. But who knew what she'd seen? Sloane started to rock her in her lap when the mumbling grew panicked, humming old lullabies and keeping her arms tightly wound around her. She didn't know what was going on, but this usually worked on the children she took care of on occasion, so maybe it'd work on her. Hurley buried her face in Sloane's shoulder, the mumbling replaced with twitches and the occasional hitch in her breath. She stilled, and Sloane stopped rocking, waiting and hoping she was fine. She woke with a shout instead. Hurley's eyes shot open, her body trying to throw itself back, but caught by Sloane's grip. She started shivering, eyes unfocused and pointing straight ahead. Sloane hid her own shaking by starting to rock again, and singing in Elvish instead of common. Elvish was more calming, right? Especially if the person hearing the song didn't know the language. Bit by bit, Hurley relaxed. Her eyes tuned in, dropped to her lap, and then squeezed shut. She took a few deep breaths and let Sloane keep rocking her. "I'm sorry," Hurley whispered in, "Thank you for staying." "You don't have to apologize," Sloane replied, pretending her voice didn't crack. "Why wouldn't I stay?" "Because you don't have to pretend you like me," Hurley said, pressing closer to Sloane despite the words, "and I'm the reason you got hurt today." Sloane's blood ran cold, and then a new wave of tears from her eyes ran warm. "I'm not pretending," she choked out, moving one hand to brush them away. "Hurley, you saved my life out there. If it had just been me." Hurley made a noise that suggested that she didn't quite believe what Sloane was saying, but made no attempt to counter it. The sun slipped into Hurley's window as they sat curled into each other, silence broken only by the movements of a neighbor and the sounds of their breathing. Sloane didn't want this moment to ever end. She was crying, and Hurley was trembling, but they were together, and that's all she could have ever hoped for. A knock on the front door made Hurley stir. A voice called for her, minding her to get up, and though she didn't leave, Hurley sat up and it broke the moment. I have to go, she whispered. Don't forget to clean the wound and put some salve on it when you get up. You're not going to make me leave? Sloane asked. She sounded so small enough to make her wince at the sound of her own voice. I couldn't do that, Hurley said, shaking her head. She opened her mouth to expand, but shut it and followed and said with, Stay as long as you need to. Sloane let her get up and go about getting ready. She sat herself on the bed by herself, numbly watching Hurley move around and don her all too familiar uniform key. Sloane didn't want to see her like that ever again, she thought with a bitter taste in her tongue. Not writhing from nightmares or on Sloane's heels trying to bring her in. She just wanted Hurley to come sit in her arms and sleep. Fuck. Hurley finished by running a thin comb through her hair and taking a deep breath. She turned back to Sloane and crawled onto the bed, sitting on her knees in front of you. I'll see you soon, she said. She sat forward and let her lips brush Sloane's, and squeaked when Sloane pushed back, connecting them fully. The kiss was chaste, less than as Sloane would have liked, but Hurley still looked at her with stars in her eyes, and a grin twitched across her face when Sloane said, I'll see you soon, too. Hurley left her there with a shy wave. Sloane touched her lips, her heart racing again. She never wanted to leave this apartment again, and Hurley seemed to agree. She figured have to figure out how to help her around the place while she cleaned up and tended to her wounds. Gay people! Torp! Sorry, this person Torp used to comment on a bunch of my fics, and I missed Torp! I forgot about them. If you're out there, Torp, I miss you. Torp! I'm also gonna take a drink of my hot chocolate, and then I'm gonna read my second fic, because fuck you, this is my stream and I can do whatever I want. I also love how I've tagged this one as, getting together, metaphors, backstory, extended metaphors, and Griffin won't give us a canon backstory, so I'll write 5 different ones. Oh god. Sorry, I'm apparently still snotty. LMAO. Oh, I already did it! I did a podfic of this one! Should we let Past Opal read it to us? Also, apparently I think I buried this for a little while when I brought it back. Wait, okay, I want to hear Past Opal do it.
When people asked Hurley if she believed in love, she said, sure. Anyone who pressed further and asked why she didn't have any for herself yet got, it's out there, just not for me. And for all the world, she looked content. In a way, she was content in her view if she didn't dare to look into the threads of the words themselves.
Okay, Past Opal is definitely doing a very good job, but I feel like my voice... Do I sound like... Do I sound like that? Sorry, I haven't heard that recordings from a couple years ago, and I don't think I've heard it since. That feels like my voice is higher in that one. Also, like I'm not enunciating. Bitch, enunciate. It's fine. It's not their fault. I'm just shit at enunciation. So current Opal is going to read it instead, actually. Which is okay. I was afraid to swim until you pulled me under. This is 2019. Was when I did that initial podfic. When people asked Hurley if she believed in love, she said, sure. Anyone who pressed further and asked why she didn't have any for herself yet got, it's out there, just not for me. And for all the world she looked content. And in a way, she was content in her view, and she didn't dare look into the threads of the words themselves. Didn't dare think of what made up the bandages that held her heart together after the first 2 times it had broken. Didn't dare think of the dye that colored it, when she tried to go deeper into love, what she wanted to scream when people asked her about it. Love drowns you, she wanted to scream. It's an ocean you need a boat to survive, and I can't even swim. Maybe that was why she moved out to the desert. Could be she dropped it before she could scream and left her on her island in the middle of that stormy sea, watching others play in the waves in their shining boats. She was content, she told herself. She didn't need to swim or frolic on the waves. She had her work and a garden, and that was all she'd ever need. The universe, as it so often does, had other plans that she didn't get the memo for. Instead, she got something new. A visitor to her island, a dancing shadow of a woman, tauntingly close but impossible to catch. A half-elf, with eyes like the earth Hurley loved so much and the cloak of feathers that hid her in the darkness of the night. A criminal whose case was given entirely to Hurley after she'd expressed interest in her and her alone. A never-ending game of cat and mouse. Hurley towed the tide for the first time since her second heartbreak. She wasn't in love with the criminal, no. She'd never fall for someone who fell outside of the law, even if, in her quiet moments, she couldn't make herself believe the rumors spread about where the criminal kept her money by the rich. But she fell in love with their chase, and the way the criminal managed to evade the rest of militia, the way she told Hurley her alias with a note and a feather tucked into her ponytail. "It's the Raven, if you were wondering. You looked cute with that pixie." She fell in love with the thrill of the Raven brought to her life, but not the Raven herself. That's what she told herself, even when she clutched to her chest after a particular chase as her heart followed after the fleeing shape. And if she started maintaining her pixie cut again after that note, no one had to know why. Her visitor started appearing in the tides instead of on the beach, as she got used to the waves lapping at her toes just out of reach again. The letters dragged her to another step into the sea. They started during the lull in the Raven's activity, appearing on her windowsill when Hurley got home, tied with twine and ribbon. At first they were casual, an admirer of her work and how she tried to change Goldcliff from the inside. Time passed and her pen pal grew closer with her. Hurley told the person on the other end things she'd never told anyone else, about her garden, about going to see the battle wagon races, about how she wished she could be properly face-to-face with the Raven just once, to look her in the eye and ask what she really did with what she took. Her pen pal set their own secrets into her hands, about their tiny home full of stray birds and children who came and went, about their participation in the races, about how they thought they were falling in love with someone who would never return the feelings, and how they saw their crossed star just often enough to keep the wound fresh and bleeding. One letter, an invitation, really, was sealed not with the small feather drawing they had been signing before, but with a kiss of black lipstick. Her heart skipped a beat when she saw it, and Hurley was in love with her pen pal. Or rather, she let herself be in love with her pen pal. She was calf-deep in the waters that still terrified her, but the figure didn't move as far away, and she had hope. 2 steps this time. At the insistence of her pen pal, she tended the biggest battle wagon race of the year, a masquerade mask with curling horns and little way to discern her face safely strapped on as she watched the cars rattle down the track. The letter was tucked against her chest, its words beating against her chest like heartbeats. "All in freedom. You'll know it's me, I promise." Her eyes were glued to first place, watching the title trade hands between crashing wagons and flying arrows. She couldn't tell who was the person who had brought her here in danger of both of their lives. A smaller, sleeker shape kept catching her eye, but after the 3rd or 4th time it disappeared, she disregarded it as a trick of her nerves. At least, until it pulled into first place at a speed that earned a chorus of accusations. A bike wagon, all black metal and bird motifs. A cloak of black feathers thrown across the shoulders of a slim figure. A mask in the shape of a raven's head, more decorated than its twin but striking Hurley just the same. A moment of locked eyes, when the Raven looked straight at her and winked. A realization that stole her breath and painted her face red. Somehow, she knew this shouldn't have been surprising as it was, though she didn't know why. Hurley was knee-deep in staring into the eyes of her visitor, who sat under the waves and reached up. She didn't take the invitation right away. She waited where the crowd gathered to greet the winner as they all dispersed once the Raven had taken her winnings and gotten on her bike to speed away. Her mask still hid her face, a hood tucked over her hair to hide its carroty glow, and she had the patience of a flower awaiting spring. And, if somehow blessed by the gods, she knew exactly what she was going to say when the Raven came back, mask still strapped on, and stood on her bike in front of her. "You came," the Raven said. "You asked," Hurley replied. A beat of silence. "So, when did you figure it out?" the Raven asked, parking her bike and getting off of it. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't rat me out a month ago." Hurley wrinkled her eyebrows. "What? When did you figure out it was me?" Another beat. Just today?" Hurley said, halting as if she suspected that was the wrong answer. "Today? How could I have known who you were?" The Raven's mouth twitched and broke into a smile. She didn't say anything else as she swallowed her laughter. Under her breath, "Here I thought I was being too obvious." Hurley huffed and pursed her lips, the last stinging even without the full expression. For a moment, she was considering taking her question and leaving the whole situation behind her to run from the waves once again before she broke. The conflict was already brewing in her heart as the criminal she'd been chasing for months became her visitor and her trusted confidant. But she looked up to tell the Raven to leave her alone. They locked eyes again, and the Raven's face had melted into a kinder smile despite her eyes being full of panic. Her hands were twisted into her elbows, arms crossed in forced relaxation as she shook. Hurley could get her killed, and they both knew it. Hurley knew she wouldn't. The Raven did not. Hurley opened her mouth, prepared to deny her, prepared to swear her silence, but nothing else. I want to race with you. The Raven looked like Hurley had just handed her the world. Hurley had a precious few seconds to take it back, to save herself, to get out of the waves and run, but she didn't. Harry engaged her. Hi, Luna, I am. Remember Herlone? Because I do. But also we had chopped more. Oh no! The potatoes! Herlone. I'm thinking about Herlone constantly. I always get shit all the time. Big true. There you go. Jack's obsessed with it. I have another tab open here with an ask from Jack. From a fucking, I don't know, 4 years ago, like 2019. Jack is married! I'd have to ask first. So, you know what, true. I'd have to ask. Where was I? Okay. I already tried. There we go. We know the answer. Oh god. I should drink some of my hot chocolate before it fucking gets cold. It's already kind of lukewarm, which is fine. I don't mind lukewarm. But she didn't. She couldn't. Not when the Raven's smile grew giddy instead of cool and she coughed to regain her composure, or when she sputtered over a couple of words before asking, really? In a voice that didn't fit any version of her in Hurley's head. Yeah, really, Hurley said, feeling her face heat up behind the mask. The Raven hesitated for a moment, but stepped forward and fell to her knees and swept Hurley up in a hug. I'll show you the garage tomorrow, she said as she pulled away. I'll come get you. Are you working? Hurley shook her head, swallowing and explaining, You've been quiet, so the captain has had me on standby. That was a lie. She'd taken the day off on a hunch. The figure she'd been chasing, the Raven, her pen pal, the beautiful woman who had such a tight grip on Hurley's heart, moved no farther away. Hurley took her hand and let her pull her under the waves, and it turned out she could swim just fine. As promised, the Raven picked her up at her apartment early the next morning, scaling up to the window that faced her garden with a smile on her unmasked face, which was, as Hurley had guessed, absolutely beautiful. Though she may have been biased, since she was already in love with her. With floppy ears that echoed a drow and a pillow of long black hair streaked with white, all framing a shining face. The garage was spacious, covered in parts of battle wagons that the Raven had scrapped, and Hurley felt at home with the second she slid under the door. The bike wagon she'd been using the day before was propped up against one wall, and a partially completed, full-sized wagon filled the center of the room. It was big enough for 2 people, maybe even 3 or 4, even half-assembled. The Raven was on it in a heartbeat, pulling out tools and scrap pieces that seemed to match the composition of the wagon. Hurley wasn't sure what to do, so she found a stool nearby and watched as she got to work. For a few minutes, the Raven didn't remember that she was there, lost in a practice routine. Partner, she loved the ones we made last night. Me starts dying. Oh no. She pricked up as she realized Hurley wasn't at her side, turning to face her. Oh, you've never worked on a wagon before, right? I worked on the police wagons, but I sort of assumed this was different. The Raven stuck her lip out, looking over her wagon. I doubt it's too different at this stage. I'm not to the racing components yet, just putting this old thing back together. Hurley hopped off her stool and pulled it over to the wagon, sitting on it again so she was level with the Raven. She opened her mouth to ask what she was doing, and instead a different phrase tumbled out. I don't know your name. Shit. I forgot to introduce myself yesterday? I don't think we really got around to introductions. The Raven covered her face, a faint blush forming under her skin. She seemed to be collecting herself after that blunder, finally mumbling, It's Sloane. My name is Sloane. Sloane. Hurley repeated it, rolling it off her tongue and feeling the rush that came with it. Well then, Sloane, show me how this baby runs. Her grin was lopsided and her phrasing earned a snort and a chuckle. Success. Sloane showed Hurley what she already had in the wagon and what she planned to strip from each of the surrounding wagons. Hurley found that she knew a lot more about wagons than she thought, though part of it might have been from Sloane's explanation the fact that really what went where wasn't hard to figure out when everything was designed to fit together flawlessly. They started work on the wagon before the afternoon hit, and midway through Sloane looked up and over at Hurley, eyes wrinkled just slightly. Yes? Hurley asked, flushing faint pink. Sorry, you'll need to hide your face, and I was trying to think of a good fit for you, Sloane explained. She turned more fully toward Hurley, something other than curiosity in her eyes, but only scrutinizing Hurley as she promised to. That mask, she said. Do you still have it? This isn't art. It's technically art. It's writing that I'm reading out loud. That's art. There's also art behind it. I just got distracted. This is my art from 2018. I guess that counts. Yeah. Writing is art. Oh, that's crazy. Distracting never. I've never once gotten distracted, even in situations. They're just reading any fanfiction. Oh no, this is mine specifically. From 2018. Because I started re-listening to Balance again. And also I'm gay. So, you know. It's been an hour. Yeah, you're gay. As I feel like I'm ready to latest work. Honestly, I still like it. I think it definitely the stuff. I don't think I would have written it this exact same way if I wrote it now. But I think it holds up for being from like 2018. Also, Ludo, don't act like you're not one of the fucking experts on Opal being gay specifically. As your Dursay she added. Oh, it's I forget, yeah. I just want this song. I'll find it eventually. I guess I can look up James Roach. Oh, it's because it's from Past Request. I'm just an idiot. Aradia's theme in Friends Hymn is called Yeah It Is. Yeah. Oh, I can't find it off the top of my head, but basically, inside Aradia's Past Request theme is Megalovania. Right, it's not. So not Opal not getting distracted. Opal's definitely not getting distracted. So it's both a mixture. It's both a reference to that particular song and in the same vein as the name of that song. Basically, if you have a second in your head where you're like, "Is that a Homestuck shirt?" The answer is yeah, it is. So, yeah. Because I also have Or have like this one is my other tank top outfit, which is the Helga Fan Club. Also a classic. Rare Beer Viscarati song. Hot take. You know, fair enough. I think, honestly, the Helga Fan Club is probably my least used one at this point. Because the Yad has just become my default outfit. I just wish I could remember what the fuck this font was called. I'm still waiting on that next. Eventually, I have been in a really weird creative mood. Which is to say that I keep attempting to make art that, like, I have, and it's just not working. Which is why I have, Sprite open in the background, because I'm hoping if I maybe do some pixel art, maybe I can maybe I can give my brain something to chew on that will help it, pixel art, yeah. Maybe, this is my first 2 months without update, yeah. It's been, I can't open my Google Drive because there's too much shit in there. Some of which has, like, my full-ass legal name on it, on stream, but I do kind of want to check, how long Apple rating site. Did you see it? It is, but I'm amazed you saw that tab up here. I am writing shit. Yeah. This is my favorite. Pink Lady apples are my favorite. We ranking apples, boys. I think it was Henry reblogged it. And I was like, apple rankings? I've never had Sweet Tango apples. Sweet Tango, whatever this one is. I don't know. I don't know if I call Honeycrisp nearly perfect. They're fine. I like Honeycrisp. I just prefer Mascots. Honeycrisp isn't that good. They're not that good. They're fine. Like, they're acceptable. They're not that good. I'm curious, though, if I can... Ooh, here we go. The Land of Necrosis and Crossroads. Oh, well, but the site does not. Oh, no. I've never had opal apples, which is very funny. We just don't get them. They're yellow, yeah. How old is the Land of Necrosis and Crossroads? Cannibalism. It happens. The amount of times I've been embroidered in discussions about cannibalism is... It happens. Okay, April. That's not bad. The Land of Necrosis and Crossroads. Actually, that makes sense. April 10th. Because that would have been when we were gearing up for Homestuck bullshit. Embroiled? Do I? I don't know. I might be. I might. I've never had a thought in my life. Oh, I didn't say embroidered. I think I said emboils. Like, without an R. I just go to the kid in high school about how they should not want to eat people. We don't need to talk about how many discussions about cannibalism I've been involved in. Oh, I'm not... Ooh, here we go. Actually, I think most people in here, won't... It doesn't matter if you hear the secret. I think kids should be able to hear each other. May? I started this fic in May? It took me... Okay, wait, okay. I wrote the first line of this secret PFI fic on May 18th. I did not add a second sentence until May 30th. That's fucking hilarious. I think you should, yeah. Yeah, and it's still not done. There's still a shit ton to go in that one. But I have just not been in the mood for it. The community calendar. I'll look at the community calendar later. Hey Lux, are you still in chat? Do you want to see a cursed clip? My fixed only 2 chapters out of 13, none of which have been finished. Very fair. I don't even... attempt to guess how long my fics are gonna be anymore. I think this is the one I'm thinking of.
Here we go.
Oh, whoops, that's OBS.
What if that? What if we just get gigantic peeper? Here you go. Here's our censor, boys.
Where is the labia?
Here we go.
Anyway, tell me, no one in MILF Manor has the answer to that question. Find out, where did it go? God only knows. I've given up on reading. It's fine. I'll do art in a minute. Oh my god, there's the time I attempted. I think of it like Harvey last pack. Sorry. Oh no! This one's just called... You know, I want to draw. I will draw in a second. I'm just also wondering what the fuck this one called Gay People Real is. Oh no! Oh. Ah! Anyways. Gay people are real and they're in Pulver Initiative. And one day they'll return from the war. It's supposed to be like a Ben Shrim cooking a dinner, because what the fuck is happening? Yeah! I'm distracted, is what's happened. I need to do art. Also, I'm actually watching Ben stream the whole time I'm cooking. Homestuck fanfic. That was not Homestuck fanfiction. I have not looked at a single piece of Homestuck fanfiction today. That was Pull for Initiative fanfiction. No, I'm usually listening all the time. I just don't say anything because I'm cooking. It wasn't. No, it wasn't. Me, it's distracting. This is true. I'm also helping because I'm thinking about Pull for Initiative. I also realize that there is a non-zero chance that, Luna, you will have to bear witness to me crying about Pull for Initiative. Sometime in the next year. So. It's a thing we all need to be prepared for. Like in real life, yeah, that's possible, yeah. One of these days it will come back. Really? I know. I hate crying in front of people. It makes me want to crawl into the sea. I'm gonna see if... Okay, so because Craig is more thing to do, right? No! The sea. The sea! I do love the sea. I'm gonna look at like one more thing, and then I'm gonna actually draw. Okay, this isn't actually polished enough to read out. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different fanfics about my Baldur's Gate characters just kind of on standby, unfinished. And goddamn, do I want to finish at least one of them. One of these days. Please spell my bolt, no. Checking out the house. She like, it's just this house, fuck. Oh no, Luna already lives there. I'm the only one who has to know things about it. I'm the only one learning new things. Which one person supports it? Kitchen's unfortunately kind of small. That's fine. I will just be the only one allowed in the kitchen at a given time. /J. I do need to get a binder, though. Okay. Can I draw? Let's find out. So I do pixel art in a way that is basically just if I did my regular digital art, but on a pixel canvas. And I make no apologies for that. For your documents. Documents initially. Tits later. Yeah, exactly, yes. Although I did actually just get my email today that they finally received my blood. And so hopefully they're gonna look through my blood and see if we can't trick insurance into taking my tits for free. Not for free. And also not the whole thing, but you know. Have y'all ever seen, okay, free to, well, reduced tit reduction. Reduced tit reduction. There we go. I still want some, I just don't want as much as I've got. We'll see though. They have to, okay, so, they get to pay for it. No, probably not. Because, I would have to do that, like, because once I did get them reduced, I don't think I could leave for like 3 months. No, I'm more just packing my metaphorical toolbox for the future because there's like a free genetic testing thing where I'm at now. Oh, but like... sorry. What's he saying? BRB. Fair enough. Oh, but so, cause like normally, every time I need to get my blood drawn. Shit. I'll do that another day. Maybe I'll do that on Saturday. No, Saturday I got shit happening. I'll do it at some point. Anyways. So normally when I go get my blood drawn, they need like multiple vials because we're doing like multiple things, like multiple tests. So they need to take multiple vials of blood. So they stick the needle in and there's a tube, right? I'm sure we've all gotten blood drawn before. But when I went to go get it for the genetic test, they only need the one vial. So it's just on the vial. And they just stick it in there and then they just pull it out and they just cap it. That's cool as shit. I'd never seen that before. And like every time I do it, they're like, oh yeah, I've seen it. I'm like, I'd never seen it before. Because normally I need to get like 3 fucking vials of blood stolen whenever I gotta go do this shit. Hi, Dutch. Dutch does not even remotely give a shit. He is just here to hang out. I would show you. See the guy? You see all blood and his plasma stuff separating, mixing. I didn't get to see that because I can't look at the needle when it's in me. I can look at it after. I can look at it before and I can look at it after. I cannot look when it's in me. And then they kind of ushered me out the door really fast. So I actually once got my blood drawn right before I went to work, like a doofus. And they ended up having to stick me in both arms for reasons. And then I wore my, like, key, like my manager's key, on my arm for my shift. And the bruise on the inside of my elbow, because I have one of those, like, twisty plastic hair ties to hold my key, looked like a football goal. It was really funny. I have a picture somewhere in my phone, but, yeah. I still don't know what to do for my fucking... this pixel art. Oh, I should just spill alcohol everywhere. Someone did do that. Luckily it wasn't everywhere. But she did do that, yeah. Our whole clearance section smelled like alcohol. What's this for art? I want to do a person. I just don't know what person I want to draw. Because I'm in like a weird between brain space. Where I've been re-listening to Taz Balance. And so I've been thinking a lot about Taz Balance. But I am also still thinking about Tales from Rifdale. Because I'm usually thinking about Tales from Rifdale. So I want to draw somebody. I just don't know who or what they'd be doing. I also am open to drawing. I'm gonna go back for Taz. This is true. You know more about Taz, so You also liked Taz. I don't know, I don't know if it's a past tense or a present tense, but... I think, yeah. Sorry, I'm like... How long did I sleep last night? I slept until like 11 o'clock. I see that I did keep going after that. That's fair. Balance almost started playing on my phone. I was looking... We're playing the How Long Did Opal Sleep game really quick. 6 hours. That's not terrible. Oh, it was in the dumbest chunk ever. That's not enough. Oh, that's better than yesterday. When I slept for like 3. Better just not be good. This is fair. Coming to your house with sleepy time tea. I actually have to cook tonight. Oh yeah, I have to cook tonight. I'll do that later. Oh, we never actually figured out what we were... I think I was told to make a French toast casserole. I think that was what the instructions were. That sounds right. That was work. I don't know. I have to look up if it can work or if I'm just making French toast. Well, because it's breakfast tonight. And my sister said waffles, but waffles get cold, like, fucking instantly. Especially if you, like, make them from scratch. Oh no, I think it was French toast, but do it on the griddle so that I can do more than, like, 2 pieces at a time. I think was the instruction I was given. I had a thing in the middle. Or I could draw a GIF, I guess. I wasn't planning on it, but... no. I don't think I'm in the correct place emotionally to draw a GIF. Part of me wants to draw Lucidity again. Because I like Lucidity. I think she's neat. There we go. Especially... Oh, no, it was with Helios. So, I was talking to Helios earlier, as I do. And he brought up something that reminded me of episode 3, I think it was. I have it written down when Lucidity shows up, and I think it's 3. It is! I'm a genius. And by genius, I mean I have a special interest in a 5-hour-long podcast, so I am inclined to remember things. I'm a genius. Well, thank you. Oh, that's right. I like have to use the AR keys on A-Sprite. I'm a genius who also happens to have a special interest in a 5-hour-long podcast. Okay, Lucidity's teal. Song is this? Oh, Space Prankster. Okay, that makes sense. This did sound like a very, egg song. Egg to Bert. Or Smith Sprite. Actually, no, I want to draw Smith Sprite. I need to draw Smith Sprite and Scarlet Sprite hanging out at some point. Or I could draw Fisher. I haven't drawn a good old Fisher in years. Do I know what jellyfish look like? No. I mean, I kinda do. I love jellyfish, but, I ever told some of y'all the story of, fishing was fun. I do love fishing. Of, the time I got lost in the Monterey Bay Aquarium as a child. We're gonna start with a pink base, because I want to. No? Oh. Okay. Ooh, that's a fun story I can tell really quick. So... I was a child. I was, I don't know, 6? 6 or so? Old enough to be walking and talking and figuring shit out, but young enough that my sister was still old enough to be carried. And... If you've never been to the Monterey Bay Aquarium before, they have a jellyfish exhibit. And it's dark in there. And there's jellyfish in tanks, and they're just floating around doing jellyfish stuff. And so we were looking at the jellyfish, and it was time to move on, as one does in an aquarium. And so my parents were like, alright, it's time to go. And they start walking off. And me, in my artistic little 6-year-old brain, with no sense of stranger danger whatsoever, was like, I want to go look at the jellyfish again, actually. I wasn't ready to move on. And instead of communicating this to anyone that I was with, I just walked away. I left. I walked away. I walked back to the jellyfish exhibit, and I kept looking at jellyfish and telling every stranger who looked at me about the jellyfish. My parents very quickly realized that I had disappeared, and were frantically trying to find me. Meanwhile, oh, hi, Kofi Bot. Sure. And I was... Basically, this lady came up and who had some small children of her own and was like, this child is clearly not old enough to be here by themselves. And just kind of stood and waited with me while my parents, who panicking at this point, came looking for me. And then I was just like, and then they finally eventually came and found me. I think they realized I was like looking at the jellyfish, so they came and eventually they made their way back and were like, oh my god, like, they were like thanking the lady because she had, you know, watched over me. And I was just really excited that my parents were now here so I could tell them all about jellyfish. Again. Yeah, no, I was a kid for sure. Oh, boy. You're such an autistic child. Oh, just wait. The second part of this fun anecdote, it's not directly related, but it's the same vein of weird shit Opal did as a kid. Which is that I, fun fact, used to tell strangers all of my personal information, whether or not they asked. They never did. But goddamn, if I wasn't gonna tell you all about it. No, it's one of those things, it's very funny because, dude. My mom spent so much of my childhood being like, hey, actually Dr. Still Summer, obviously, this is true. No, this has not stopped happening. No, to my mom's credit, she basically spent most of my childhood, like early childhood, being like, hey doctors, can one of you confirm that this kid's autistic so that we can, like, get them some support? And then they went, I don't know. This one can talk and do math. I think you're fine. And then I would go out into the world and be an autistic little bitch. Not to mention the amount of time I spent carrying around Dungeons and Dragons books. I don't like how I did that. I need to do it again. That was just a thing I carried with me everywhere I went. Not everywhere. A lot of places. But Margie Skelly. Yes! I do love a good RPG. Try to see if I can find a good example. I wonder if I could just find. Ooh. Oh no. Jelly Cam! Jelly Cam! There they are. This is the jellyfish, actually. I was fascinated by them because they're so long. And especially because I was, 6. They also have moon jellies. With the little baby ones. They're not babies, but they're smaller. There is a very specific piece of fan art. That was my phone background for so long. And I wonder if I can find it. No, I don't think so. Everyone kind of agrees this is what this looks like, though. I also won't lie, I did spend several minutes on Friday? Was it day semi-recently? Showing one of my coworkers, Angus McDonald. Because that's my son. I love him, he's my boy. I've also decided I'm doing Fisher's Tentacles in a Rainbow. Whoops. And then I'm just gonna goof around a little bit about it. I was actually talking to someone about it earlier. Additional fun Opal childhood facts, because apparently I have not told enough of these. I used to make, this is gonna come to a shock to nobody. I used to make PowerPoints for fun. About information that I thought would be nice to share. Sorry about my first Opal. Aww. That's me. Yeah, surprise to no one. I loved making PowerPoints. Just because I thought they were a fun way to share information with people. Man, Child Opal would have killed it on Tumblr. I also, was talking relatively early. Well, not early. I affectionately will call it that, I started figuring out how to talking. I figured out how to talk and then never shut the fuck up. As one does. I'm gonna draw a duck in there too, don't worry. And I fucking loved asking people questions. Favorite fucking thing. I still love asking people questions. I think it's fun when people tell me information. And I'm just like, wow. Cool information. Fuck yeah. This information is fun. Why not spread it among the populace? I know that's an incredibly complicated question, but listen, I didn't know that when I was like, I don't know, 6. Very good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do, I'm debating, think I want to make Fisher float up and down. And I'm debating, having the tentacles rotate colors. And then I'm gonna put stars and like a galaxy inside the bell. I think actually in environmental class once, I think I did write a very short paper about how, global warming, was, messing with, jellyfish. Because it was the end of the year and I didn't give a shit anymore. I just wanted to talk about jellyfish. Probably talk about littler ones in there too. This is all one layer, which I didn't have to do. This program has layers. Zanku? Oh, it's not Zanku herself, it's somebody else. Also, sorry, I have, like I need to skip forward to the song, I think. Suddenly. There we go. A channel in, like, my diary server, there I just take notes about podcasts, and it has stuff, wait, what is this? Wait, okay, sorry, there's a link in here to a poll for initiative episode. I don't know what it is. What was I specifically linking to? Hello? That's Imp. Oh, there we go. Right as I...
Oof. Yeah, Oliver's not looking great. Looking bloodied.
Oh, I think that's where I had left off in an episode. That makes sense. I was like, what the fuck was I writing down? I think that's where I had left off. While I was listening during class, I think was probably what happened. Is my hot chocolate cold? It smells cold. Yeah, it's lukewarm. Also, it's dark as hell in here, y'all. Because I have not turned the lights on and the sun's going down. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna do the same color. I mean, for all intents and purposes, the bell should be somewhat translucent. So I'm just gonna super cash. There we go. Because then I can just... Excuse me. Alright. We'll redo the bell on the other layer. So I can actually PFI. I wish I remember what I had linked to, but I think it was just where I had left off in an episode while I was listening during class. Well, not during class. during the period in nail school where I just kind of sat there and practiced doing nails. Oliver was there. I love when Oliver's there. Hi, Lambeth!
Okay, wait. Hold on. Somebody just played the sound alert that was like, "Here comes the boy!" Right as you stuck your head around the corner. The timing was just beautiful.
I don't know why there's a line in the tentacles. That's weird. So I guess I won't be moving that. Cool and fun and great. And into the sea we go. I keep having to avoid saying, like, variations of that phrase to, like, my coworkers. Because I don't know how to explain it. Because I don't even really understand where they came from, I won't lie to you. I think it may have been one of the Brian David Gilbert episodes. Not episodes, like the Unraveled videos. I want to make them bob out of sync, I think. Going to walk into the ocean. Yeah, he says I'm going to walk into the ocean. Fun fact. In my senior year of high school, I was a TA for 2 different teachers. Because my senior year of high school was a goddamn joke. And one of the teachers I TA'd for actually let me make bathroom passes for him. And he basically said as long as they are school appropriate, I could do whatever I wanted. And so I literally took screenshots from Unraveled videos and made them into bathroom passes. Did any of the high schoolers know who the fuck that was? Absolutely they did not. Did I laugh every single time I saw them? Yes. So, you know, who's really the winner here? Super cash. Today's Wednesday. Yes, today is Wednesday. I like the shape of the bell. I want to redo it. Arms. I should call arms 1. Because I may do more arms in the background. I think since the arms are rainbow, I'm actually going to do the bell in black. Or no, not black. Like a dark blue. And then just barely nudge it for dinner. So I said spicy food with my sister and her partner. Partner peeked with the guy out. My sister grabbed some, but she couldn't have it at first, so she avoided the jalapeno. So every first time it still some spicy meat. I'm really gonna know. Hell yeah. I am a big baby. So gotta listen. My various sushi mistakes don't need to be. It's fine. Well, see, because the thing is that it makes my mouth hurt, and then I just eat it anyways. Eating gamers. Hey, Tier. I'm drawing a rainbow jellyfish. I'll casually mix this real quick. Stir, stir, stir. The most random ass of thoughts. Do you any of y'all happen to remember when we played Zomboid on Bench Stream? Last year, January. Thank you. Sorry. I choked on my... What the fuck is it called? Hot chocolate. Yeah. What do you call this? Stars. Yes. It literally just occurred to me that I couldn't remember what that time span actually was. Ooh, that's... I don't think... Can you tell I don't do a ton of pixel art? Actually... Like... Never mind, I don't remember. Oh, that's right. There's probably not freaking out here. I always think it's of fucking course. What fucking course is that? Like, it's that asshole again, like that. I put on the wrong layer. Oh shit. I've kind of achieved something. I'm trying to remember what colors the planes are. Oh, what? Oh no, when was the fucking scene? Kick some robot asses. Is this void? Yeah, it's the void fish. Fisher! This is Lucas bullshit. I just want to know about the Cosmo fucking... I can and would still punt Lucas Miller into the ground, but you know. Kravitz! Did they? I did not encounter a single person who thought Lucas Miller was hot. Everyone I talked to wanted to dunk him into a basketball hoop and then jail. Everyone you talked to was a lesbian. True. We don't actually have most of the other planes, I don't think. Paraphrase. Well, I was talking to Imp at the time, so I don't know if I could say with taste. Slash UJ. Imp is lovely. He just has terrible taste in men. Of course it was. Imp, I don't think Imp has never listened to Balance. I'm dunking on him for liking Christian. I don't think Imp, Lucas isn't really Imp's type anyways. Who's Imp? My friend is a friend of ours. He's done a couple of the commissions I've shown off. His favorite character in Riftdale is the priest. Yeah, Imp, there you go. Oh shit, Imp art right there! Behind my art. That's his art. That's my Claire. I asked him to draw my Claire. To be fair, a lot of the folk art in that folder is Imp's because I've commissioned him like 5 times. It does just kind of make sense that I would have a lot of his art. Actually, I need to find the commission you did for me, Lux. I don't know if I don't know where it is. Because I did manage to find some commissions I got from my friend Octo. To put in my folder. I'm actually gonna go this way. On the top of my head, it has if his take place using Rosemary is the one you just showed. I think that's all of them. Of his, anyways. Because there's also... I don't remember what's in there now, actually. Yeah, so... Oh, there's Agent Divination, too. And the Agent Soda Party. And a second thing of Stacy and Becky. Because so my entire backgrounds folder is this, which is Imps. Also Imps. This is from Octo. This is from Lux. This is also from Imp. This is from Octo. Imp. 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 Octo again. Imp. Octo. Helios. 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 Imp. Tier. Tier part 2. Tier again. Yeah. Instead of me to redo the way the stars are. I don't like that. I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't like it. We're going to go a little bit more literal here in Fisher's representation of the planar system. And add the hunger. I should put my fucking Discord icon in that folder, actually. I know that's not for me, but it's still a good art. One of these days I'll have money at the same time Riley has his commissions open. And on that day I will be unstoppable. Because I will pay Riley to draw things for me. Almost joins the Being Right Club. Hell yeah. But no, yeah, one of these days I'll have money at the same time that Riley has commissions open, and I will rejoice. And I will go, Riley, please can I pay you to do art? Please, Riley. I don't know what's happening with this, but you know. Honestly, it's looking pretty cool. If you've never listened to Taz Balance, I'm drawing the Hunger, which is like one of the big bads. Well, it's the big bag of balance. And it's described as looking like a black opal. So it's got like a bunch of colors in it. So I'm attempting to impart the same idea. In just a weird way. There we go. I should put a ducky in there. I'll put a ducky in there in a minute. Oh, it's dark as hell. This is gonna look really stupid because you can't fucking see anything, but it's dark as hell in here. A brief opal jump scare before I go turn on the light. I'm the only one in the house, so none of the other lights are on and I didn't notice. I just realized this is called Death of the Luci. That's big sad. Fair, but big sad. Isn't it 5 AM? It's pitch black outside, yeah. The sky's still got some blue to it, but it's definitely dark in the house. 12? I got 6 whole comments on this thing? Holy shit. I miss you, Torp. Mysterious commenter of my fix, wherever you are one of these days. Also, when will website get back to me about changing the fucking name of the Rift Chronicles? That's right. My question also just bought plane ticket. Said Opal, take it easy. Listen. He doesn't have to know. He does, but he doesn't have to know. I'm not. That's when I have money. It's a difference. Yeah, I was kidding for Queen of Dooley. Sorry, Ah, fuck. Speaking of Riley jump scare on my fucking AO3. I forgot he commented on my, on my Sabart fic. And he was really nice. He jump scared me by being too nice to me. Why are you doing this to me, Firefox? Imp and Riley are my only no, and one mysterious guest are my kudos. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Oh boy, it's been months. I responded to him. I managed to reply and only made a little bit of a fool of myself. I think I'm gonna do the stars in that blue again. I think I'm actually going to do another layer under here. There we go. That looks better. Eventually I need to write more of that, though. I do love a good old Sabart. What makes things in. It was a bar idea. Woo! Spart. I also. Man. I need to finish my fucking Fear Striker horns and do y'all want to see? Oh, it converted on mine. That's hilarious. Not in on-screen chat, but on like my actual chat, it did convert. That's so funny. I want to make this one just a little bit. I found like just a little bit transparent. I'm like basically making them not exist. Actually, soft light looks really good. This she's by fucking message. Which one? Also, should I do? I'm gonna do more hunger corruption, I think. Alright, all blue pretty. Oh, thank you, Luna. Let me say what horns. Oh, I need to make Fear Striker horns. Cause your bitch needs them for Saturday. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, fuck it, whatever. That works. Yeah, that's fine. As we rattle super. I have clay. I'm gonna do the old clay over tinfoil trick. Because I need to paint them. I also need to go get paint, because I only got the paint I need for... Did I? I think I only got the paint I need for the staff and not for the horns. Man. I think, honestly, that looks cool as hell. I need to add more in the background, but I'll do that in a second. The other part is where tinfoil tape it to because they didn't trust the clay we sold at work at the time. That's fair. I got the clay I using at the Walmart. Because that's where I was. I just realized I can eat my chocolate. Sorry. I have, Model Magic. I actually have no idea. It's in a bag over here. So I just remembered I have, like, these, Fuck. No! Zelda! No! I knocked her over! I have these dark chocolate sea salt caramels, and I couldn't eat them because I had salt bumps on my tongue, and the salt bumps are gone, and I knocked over my daughter. I'll pick her up in a minute. Hi, Dutch. Hi, Felix. I love you too. Oh, it's Play-Doh. It's like Play-Doh brand play. Did you boys just go run around outside for a little bit? And the problem is I don't own acrylic paint anymore. Because I gave it all away when we did my last room purge because I never paint anything. Oh, getting Zelda is going to require maneuvering. I can't do that on stream. She'll have to wait. I'm sorry, my love. Hi, Felix. Hello, Dutch. Hi, Dutch. Oh. Oh, Douglas. I see. Well, I can't really get a shot of Felix. He's like next to my. He's like underneath the chair. Skirt. I don't think it's actually called a skirt on a jellyfish, but it's what I'm gonna call it. We'll just kind of casually close that. I'm gonna make the arms in the background wide, but not colored in. It will come out yet. I actually have no idea. It is. Oh, hell yeah. No, tomorrow's Thursday. Sorry, I couldn't remember for a second. Is that like too busy? I feel like I should either lighten or darken the background legs, but I'm not sure which. Darken? Okay. I'm gonna do a really cool, fun life hack. That's true, I could do that. So that's darken. That's what's hard light, technically, but that's like darkening it. Or that's lighting. So that's darkening them. It's lightening them. I kind of like darkening them better. What do y'all think? That's fine. Fishing is important. That's what the legs darken, and this is what the lightened. I kind of like the way the darkened looks better. Which is mostly my conclusion. I think lightening them or darkening them looks better. Especially because I think I'm going to put something in the middle here. Like more personally. Okay, that's true. I also could do both. Let me do with the thing I'm going to do in the middle. Like I could do like one of each. Yeah, if person visually, yeah. So good. Because I'm gonna make a GIF of it like floating around, so. I want this like. The song is playing? I'm about to check. Oh, variations. It's the felt. That's why it sounds like that. This song sucks. It kind of does. The felt's like that. This one's really quiet. That's okay. I'm also gonna make this just a little bit transparent. There we go. Fisher talk spray? What? Thanks for my controller. I prove I'm here. Hell yeah. I need to give it just a little bit more room, and I decide. This means I have to redo the tendril layer. This may not actually be a thing I can do. I can't remember. Oh, never mind. There we go. I can still get the final thing that the gift's me. I need to, like, package it. I think I have everything. I'll double check. I need to package it and put it together. Oh, wait, no. I think at this point I am waiting for one more thing. Because it's been long enough. I don't know when it's going to be here, though. I'm leaving soon, true. Whee! I need to get a desk. I'm gonna double the amount these frames hold for. Let's see if that doesn't help. Alright, now I see what's happening. I don't actually, but I think I'm attempting to figure it out. That's happening. I mean, I don't, but I will, yeah. Oh, I'm not mad at that. Actually, I'm not mad at that. Maybe even slower? We're gonna drop it down to 300 milliseconds just to see what it looks like. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at it. I'm actually gonna leave that while I look at this real quick. I'm gonna leave it going just to make sure it still looks great or good when I look away from it and come back. I thought I heard of human footsteps and it was the dog. Oh shit, it's at 6? Sorry, the government assigned image rainbow jellyfish, hell yeah. There's a thing I need, if I get my cosplay done in time, I'm gonna do, I don't know if I have anyone to film it, shit. I'll have to ask somebody if they'll be really, really nice. If I get my cosplay finished, I want to put together a bunch of the voice lines from the voice that I chose for Fear Striker, and basically just pose to show off my tail, horns, and staff on the Masquerade, which is at 6 p.m. on Saturday. But I don't have anybody I'm going with this year. It's just me. I'm sure somebody will. I'm sure I can ask maybe one of the other contestants to be really nice about it. I don't know. I actually, since Fisher is here, fun fact, I won one year at this convention, I won Best in Theme with my taco cosplay because I did the magic lessons scene, and the theme that year was like interdimensional, like, bullshit. And I won Best in Theme, and I was trembling when I went to go, like, step up onto the stage. Like, walking up onto the, like, I got off the stage from doing that performance, and I couldn't type to save my goddamn life on my phone, because I was trembling so bad. Which continued as I walked up onto the stage. And then, in like a moment of perfect clarity, they were like, "Do you have anything to say?" And I leaned into the microphone, and in a taco impression so good I have not been able to replicate it since, I just went, yeah, I'm Taco from TV. And then I walked off the stage trembling like a fucking Christmas ornament again. And I still have that trophy. Should I make the jellyfish slower? Or do you think that's a good speed? It's fine. A little bit slower. Maybe I'll give it another like 50 milliseconds. So guys, well, thank you. It's also funny because this was barely even like, I didn't even make most of that cosplay. I'm pretty sure it was the year I wore my Shrimp Heaven Now shirt to play Taco. It's a little bit slower. There was another year where I wrote and performed my own soliloquy as Hurley. That was also very fun. I kind of wish that I had that like the space could be could stay in place and you saw like different parts of it as the bell moved, but I think I'd be more comfortable doing that in like Clip Studio than in A-Sprite. I kind of like that actually. GIF. Shrimp. Heaven. No. This is with the lightened tentacles. Ow! These almost look like the kind of GIFs you'd see on someone's like Tumblr, you know? Like a little like sidebar GIF. I think they turned out really cute. That's so okay. I'm in love with that. Both of those look really good. This looks like when the tank is dark, and this looks like if the tank was lit up from below. Is somebody home?
Hi guys. Hi guys.
It's true, my mom is home. Hello. Hello. Sorry, I just remembered this gift. I'm still really proud of this one. Claire McFucking died. He's fine. He got better. Now, I've got like 20 minutes before it's imp art again. I think before I wanted to head out. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit more effort into this thing. But also, please look at Kyrie. Again, everyone in this chat has seen this image before. I'm showing it off again because look at her. Isn't she pretty? She has fuck-ass huge gloves. I agree. It's she. Give her the gloves of the underdog. I think that's what they are. Your guess is as good as mine. I have not looked at that image, or the Baldur's Gate 3 in a hot second. Because last time I played, I was playing Melody through the spores. Attack. That sounds right. Also, look, it's Melody and the spores. Oh, that's right. I need to remember to update. I'm gonna give her the lobotomy soonish. Show. I can't. Twitch will kill me. So I can. I'll send you the fucking ref sheet. I'll just save it off screen. Off stream. What? Oh, this is just heights. I was like, what? This is not a lineup. Yes, it is. It will be later. I just haven't gotten back to it yet. Oh, I had done less than I thought. Oh, that's right. I need to add more this way. for everyone else involved in this image. I actually don't want to work on this right now. I think I want to do something else. I just don't know what else. Do I have any other fun images in here? That are unfinished? Not really. Oh wait, yes I do. Or I could just end now. There's also nothing saying I have to go for the full time I had set aside. Well, so I do kind of want to sketch this again. How much shorter than Scarlet should Chief be? Because I do draw Chief shorter than Scarlet. These two Scarlet. The other one. This is Scarlet, and that's Chief from the Tales from Riftdale. Chief is the detective, although this is before he becomes grizzled and sad. This is the incident that will lead into him becoming grizzled and sad. Huh, cat? Did you want to come say hi? No? Scarlet art Riley made. Do I even have the Scarlet art? I mean, I have it. I know it's somewhere. Is it in Spoiler Boys? It is. Scarlet. There she is. I can't remember. I think I've only drawn her like once. No, I've drawn her twice. Because I drew her once on my iPad, sharing a cigarette with Chief. Scarlet, Scarlet. That doesn't actually answer my question though, which is how much shorter than Chief should Scarlet should Chief be. And just know in my heart, he is short. I think the last time I drew them together, Chief was leaning on a table and still just short of the Scarlet sitting down. Oh yeah, did I ever show you all this screen that I made? For when my Cascade Day stream decided to shit itself. Because I just, look at this little tiny sprite. She's so cute. It's such a good pose. Bart, 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 Bart. I'm gonna... Come on, Bobby. Did you need something? Hi, you. What's up? Were you asleep all day? No, come here. Did you just not realize your grandpa's been gone for like the last hour? 2 hours? Is that what it was? I'm assuming the is Bart in the trunk. Yeah. Hey, Bubba. He's fine. Peach kiss. I forgot I had their screenshot. Beautiful. Also, I did not select this line because Fear Striker is not into housing. Oh, you got any name for a sheep? Daisy. Is this one of my magnetic ones? I don't know. I have a cow named Daisy. How about Carnation? Sheeps look more like carnations anyways. Carnations are real pretty. Yeah, I love carnations. They're pretty. John Smith. I do also love the tag. Octos is an asshole in any and all universes. He's not even in this fic very much. I just think that's important to mention. The grays are still monochrome, by the way. Don't worry about it. Would it be cliche of me to do, actually, you know what, never mind. I'm gonna do Chief lighting, Scarlet's cigarette. I'm basically not even gonna have that much time to slap down a sketch, but that's okay. I can at least get Chief done. I just won't draw this arm. Oh god, I have to draw Chief young. I don't know how to do that. In my head, he's just an old man. He's just old all the time. You like put effort into his appearance and shit. I have like the opposite problem with Chief that like people tend to have with like old man characters where they're like, I've drawn this old man and he looks 23 and I'm like, I need to draw Chief when he was 23 and I'm like, oh god, he still looks like he's depressed himself into his 40s. Little to no gray hairs. Oh no. But the whole man is gray. You know what I meant, I know. I just couldn't resist the urge to make the joke. I was gonna do, I probably should do full body. I feel like I should make myself, no I'm not, never mind, I don't want to do full body, so I'm going to. Man, he's a rectangle. No bags under his eyes yet. There we go. I think that's gonna be the biggest difference. You can't see the bags under his eyes. How do the suits look? I'm not gonna do a jacket, but I am gonna do like a vest. Oh shit, I got a gift sub to Title Luna. I should have said vest and not suit. I'm trying to figure out if you're supposed to be able to see. You're not supposed to button the last button on a vest? This guy is? There we go. You can hear the dogs wanting to go outside. It's very funny. Chief's nose look like? It's been a while since I've drawn Chief, actually. Those are my Twitch screenshots. What's this one? Anyways, Chief, terrible. Okay, yeah, Chief is like a slightly... This one's just called Sorry Gale? Oh, it's because I put him in a stupid hat right before he told me his backstory and I felt bad. I guess his nose wouldn't be broken yet. Because he hasn't, like, been through his shit. He's only been through a little bit. I'll give him, like, one of the... Fair Gale deserves it. Yeah, this, you know what, fair. I just felt a little bit bad. It was kind of funny because I got a scene with Gale and you fumble that. I got a scene that I didn't realize was romantic. And so I had to kind of like... Well, first of all, I one-upped him by doing my magic cooler than he was doing magic. And then I went, okay, bye Gale. I just dipped out of the conversation with Melody and the Spores. There we go. I'm only gonna give him like one little... I'm actually gonna do his eyes fully once I draw Scarlet in, because I need him to be looking up at her. Sort of a massive lesbian goodbye, no true. You can't tell when someone is sitting on you. Yeah, it's true. Unfortunately, all of my Baldur's Gate 3 characters... Okay, not all of them. most of my Baldur's Gate 3 characters are also autistic lesbians. So, unfortunately for everyone involved. I need to give Chief cool hair. Hi. I am afraid I have fallen victim to the homestead care flip again. Whoops. It's fine. He's a noir detective. He's allowed to be. To smoke. I can't smoke. Or I get a migraine. Anything. Smoke gives me migraines. Okay, I'm gonna finish sketching in Chief's shirt, and then I think I'm gonna call it for the evening. Oh shit, it's been exactly 3 hours. Do you think? Because in my head, Chief has like a 5 o'clock shadow beardish thing, because he doesn't really care enough about his appearance to shave. Do you think he just has? Do you think he's like clean shaven, or do you think he just has like nice facial hair? I'm not sure. Clean shaven Chief is kind of a weird thought. I say nice. Okay. Oh god, do I know how to draw facial hair? Literally the only reason I haven't drawn more Melody in this Spores is because I struggle to draw her beard, but her beard is important to her face. I guess, actually, it is just about 6 o'clock, which means we'll figure that out next time. I do happen to know that at least one of our streamer friends is streaming right now. I'm going to check to see who all it might be at this moment. I have to remember to mute myself at fucking lightning speed. So it looks like both Tidal Luna, our streamer friend Luna, and Bells are both streaming. Bells is streaming Slay the Princess, and I don't know what Tidal Luna is streaming. Do we have a preference for which one we want to raid into? Right, he says, it has been a while since we raided Bells. Yeah, fuck it, we'll raid Bells. So, over my mother tagging my dad on the phone, I will inform you that I will most likely be streaming again, Tuesday, Thursday next week, most likely. But obviously, everything is kind of up in the air, because I don't do this for a living, it's just me kind of vibing. But thank you for coming. Whether you were here the whole time, whether you're just joining us now, whether you're watching it back. Make sure it's ending though. Oh god, I'll do that off screen. Let's just not act like I'm about to stream into or right into me. Wait, okay. Never mind, she's ending and raiding into somebody else. So I guess Title Luna it is. But my point still stands. I almost have to be back with you Tuesday for Thursday next week. I don't know what we'll be doing. I never do. Maybe one of these days I'll get to play more, or we'll play more Dark Side Detective. If the universe would just be nice to Helios for once, please. Please be nice to him. He deserves it, and also I want to play Dark Side Detective. But we're just gonna do a pretty standard Opalescent raid. I have to go cook, so I'm too tired to, I'm too tired to do anything. But yes, regardless of how long you've been here with us today, make sure that you do your post-stream self-care. Eat, drink, sleep, stretch, etc., etc., etc. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll give my cat a kiss on the head for you guys because he is here and I want to do that anyways. And have a wonderful day. Bye!